No. I gotta say something. Those are no. Those are for clitorises. Why are you putting in your dick?
He has like big contraptions.
No.
He has like 17
I went to
of
Brookstone.
them.
17?
I'll get them. They're all under the bed.
No, it's private.
He never uses it on me, only himself. He vibrates the tip of his dick when he jerks off, so he goes like that. So it touches the little vibrating thing.
Bob, explain yourself.
I would talk about what happened at Brookstone.
Okay, sorry.
John's
I was there at Brookstone looking at stuff, and this Mexican dude that worked. I don't know why he has to be Mexican.
So many Mexican
Some white dude. Just make him white.
All right.
Let's make him white for the story. He goes, "Hey, dude. Hey, bro."
Did he talk like that to you or no? Okay.
He goes, "Hey, man, I really enjoy your earlier work."
Oh, Jesus.
I go, "Thank you." And then I walked out of Brookstone, and for the next 9 hours, I thought about that.
Okay, he didn't mention anything in Mad TV.
No, just early work. So when people say, "I enjoy your earlier work," they only care about Mad, what I did on Mad, and that time period, right? They don't say later work because the shit I'm doing now is obscure almost.
It's not mainstream.
Not obscure, mainstream.
Love?
It's not that.
I guess.
Love is a cool, hip show with a bunch of hipsters, and it's good quality, you know, writing and stuff. But it's not Mike and Molly, you know.
Yeah.
Got canceled.
I know because, anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, explain to us what you do with those massagers.
Oh,
how does it work? I'm still curious.
Wait, I want to know now. Maybe I'm missing out on something.
I'm going to tell
because
you.
it's one of those double-headed massagers, right? That you put it in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's
all
not
right.
even.
Okay.
They're called Hitachis.
No,
I'm going to explain it if you would let me.
I know the ones they use in porn, but you have different ones that don't look like they should even be remotely used for sex at all.
I know they have two things and they're gigantic. Okay, and it has a heavy set.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to say something very personal, and something that I thought I was going to take to my grave.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and I'm going to share it with the viewers.
And John, nah.
I have a very complex sexual disposition. When I was young, I couldn't get laid at all. So before the ages of 23, I had a lot of day jobs. But what I would do is I would go to this place called F Street Bookstore, which is like a porn place. You know how they have those booths in the back?
Oh.
Sticky floors.
At the video stores.
And I would spend hours there every night. Just put coins in and jerk off. Because I couldn't get girls.
Okay.
I was ugly.
Okay.
And nobody wanted me. And so it forced me into doing stand-up when I was 23. Because I'm like, I'm never going to get laid if I don't do something that's, maybe I need something shiny. Being on stage it's like jewelry.
Gotcha.
Or being born looking like John Hamm, right? You don't have,
talent or looks.
Right. That's
got it.
Right.
Okay.
So, I started getting girls after doing stand-up, but you still have that, that old self, And so I jerked off a lot in my 20s.
That's normal?
No, a lot.
Yeah, with your hand, right?
Yeah, with my hands, but a lot.
Okay.
And then one day I started doing it with my hands. I just really didn't feel anything.
Oh, here it goes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we are.
All right, getting real.
And then what happened was, what are you looking at?
You're speaking.
I know, but I don't like the way you're looking at me. When I'm saying this, don't look at me.
You're very defensive right now.
I'm not being very defensive.
I'm
trying
being
to
open.
I'm trying to be vulnerable, and then my girlfriend's looking at me like, "Look at this fucked up piece of shit that's about to say some fucked up things."
All I asked was to appease my curiosity. I want to hear this story.
I'm telling you the fucking story, baby.
I know, but you're attacking me for looking in
All
the right
so
direction.
You're right. You're looking right. That's fine. I'm so sorry.
You want me to turn my back?
Everything's
to
fine.
Okay.
And then the second thing happened. What I discovered is there's this thing called. You ever heard of Unisom?
No.
Yes.
What is that?
It's a sleeping medication you get at 7-Eleven or not 7-Eleven, at Rite Aid.
It just knocks you out.
Right, but if you take a little bit more than the recommended dosage, it makes you extremely horny.
Ooh, like a Viagra.
Right, but what happens is I don't know. If you look it up online, it only happens to like 1 out of every
Few
10 people, right? But my brother has it too, because we're Lees. It's the sensation is insane. Like your orgasms are 50 times more insane.
Whoa.
And your horniness is 50 times more. So then one day I took a fucking like a vibrator, but it was for your back.
Okay, the
I
massage.
got it as a gift for like my second year at Mad TV. They gave us like Christmas gifts, and one of them was a massager. And I was putting on my back, and I was on Unisom. I was like, what would it feel like if I stuck this thing on my dick? And I stuck it on my dick.
Where were we placing this?
On my dick?
You like on the shaft, on the head?
No, when you first do it, you experiment, whatever.
your
Okay.
balls.
Right. Your balls, yeah.
Yeah.
And your balls, I
I
think.
probably stuck it on my ass. I don't know, And I did it on my dick, and it was late at night, and the orgasm I had, tears.
Okay, Dad.
No, I'm not
You're
even
fucking with me.
I'm not fucking with you. Tears of pure joy. You know what I mean? And my body went like this. Like my orgasm was like, you know what I mean? Like my body was vibrating, right?
Yeah.
I felt it to the pit of my stomach.
And that's what hooked you.
So this is why we
Yeah.
have, if we've ever had issues with our sex life, it's because he's always wanted to have sex only at night and only after he's had Unisom, because now he always wants to
for real still?
hit this optimal orgasm. And I mean, I'm not kidding you guys. Like, you can tell it's a different type of orgasm because he does like a spinal jerk. It's almost like a,
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh,
and
shit.
it lasts. The spinal jerking lasts for about a minute.
No.
I swear.
I
He's
swear to
just
God.
like a.
Yeah.
So wait, for a minute you become a pop locker? You're just
Yeah.
He's pop locking in bed.
I pop lock in bed.
Yeah.
It's really insane.
Whoa.
And it's a problem. My brother has the same problem.
So he does the same thing.
Oh my, his is getting. I told him about it. Oh really, Bob? I go, yeah. For years I tell him, nah, Bob. Really? One night he goes, hey, we gotta go to Walgreens again. I go, why? I need the jerk off medicine.
The jerk off medicine?
Yeah, it's not even fucking for him sleep.
So I didn't believe this at first, and then
Yeah.
after we talked about it, and he opened up to me. Because he didn't ever want to have sex unless he was on Unisom anymore.
That's
So I looked
awesome.
it up. As it
This
turns
is the most
out,
vulnerable I've ever been. I've never said that out loud before.
it only happens to a very, very like minute percentage of people, a very small percent. So very, very few people actually have these effects.
Yeah.
The only issue is that he doesn't realize that he's actually
Destroying my liver.
He's destroying his liver. He takes about 9 a night.
Not 9. That's ridiculous.
He does a handful.
I don't
so
do a
the
handful.
reason
That's
why
ridiculous.
my cat, my
4.
the reason why my cat
half of that.
Gunnar
Yeah.
has like issues now as an adult with like, his body.
Okay, now we're getting into some
It's
real
because
shit.
our cat OD'd on Unisom.
Oh. Unisom.
And that's true. So we woke up and the cat was doing spinal jerks and like wriggling, and then we had to take.
own little cat orgasm.
He might have been having a cat orgasm, and then we took him to the vet.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, baby! I can't believe you said that out loud. Now listen, so okay.
You didn't do it on purpose. This is an
Well,
accident.
no, I'm
It's
like,
an
hey,
accident.
you wanna, you know what I mean?
You would have
Hey,
popping
Gunnar,
lock?
yeah.
You would have popping lock?
Yeah. What if you came on one day and me and Gunnar were on the ground?
That's a minute of heaven
Yeah,
right there.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Well, it's a boy cat, so
yeah.
Every
We had to go to the
guy's
hospital
every
and we had to
guy's
get his system flushed because he was gonna die.
yeah.
Like we walked into the living room, and he was like literally
Yeah.
doing this.
And we saw all these crushed, because Unisom comes in a gel tab, and we saw all these crushed gel tabs, and that's how we figured out that he had ingested the Unisoms.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Do you think that you're going to take it for the rest of your life? Obviously, my opinions don't weigh anything anymore, so...
That's when you say stuff like that. Is your little way of going, digging a little dagger into my side. But it's like,
I hope it's a dagger.
I hope that you don't take it personally because, I'm a man. I'm going to say something. Okay, I have a lot of flaws. I have good qualities too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of my good qualities. I have a lot of bad qualities, and I have behavioral routines that I do that have just been routine, and it's hard to break. And I admit to you that it is something that I foresee a problem, but it's difficult to break. Same with Destiny. It's so difficult for me.
You just have a very, very
Addictive, right?
addictive
I
personality.
do, and it's something I've always had.
It's like he can't just eat sunflower seeds like a normal person.
Do you go through a whole bag?
A
Nine-
whole
nine
bag,
bags.
and he spits it every single corner of the house. There's just seeds everywhere.
You see my car right now.
And so
Oh, is it
now,
covered?
same thing. It's like, you know those ices?
Yeah.
Those
Delicious.
frozen little delights?
If
He
you
can't just have one. Look at our freezer. It's just 100 ices, just stacked from bottom to the top.
Can I defend myself with the ices or no?
Yeah.
Defend.
Yeah, may I defend?
The Italian
Yeah.
ice.
It's every summer, okay? If you go to CVS or Rite Aid, there's one company that makes this stuff called Italian ice, right? They're called Wycliffe or something, right?
Like the singer?
I don't know.
Oh.
And they're so delicious.
Is that the one that...
It's every summer.
Yeah.
I have some.
It
You
is
guys
very
want
in the
good.
net bags? Or
No, not in the net bags. These are not as icy as much as they almost have a creamy consistency to them.
Yeah.
The quality of the ice is very, very good. It's like, you know, when you go to Korean food and you have papingsu,
Yeah.
there's the shitty ice and then there's the really good fluffy ice.
It's the
Well,
fluff.
this Italian ice is like a fluffy ice.
It's pretty good stuff. And they only come out in the summer. If you go to the winter, I've asked, where's the Wycliffe? They go, "No, it's only a summer thing. So every summer I'll get when we last summer,
What? How
remember I
many?
used to get like 19 boxes of
Oh,
it.
bulk. You just buy bulk.
My problem isn't that he eats them, it's that he doesn't know where the trash can is. So there's sticky plastic wrappers on the side of the bed, in the bed. Everywhere I walk, it's icy wrappers.
Yeah.
And sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
This place is a fucking mess. We have 4 animals.
Yeah. I have a lot of problems.
Addictions.
But addictions. But you know what? Our life is good.